Hello and welcome to the next video of my first stand 2026 previews. We're covering BLG, BiliBili Gaming, LPL champions once more. This organization, split in, split out, end up being a representative of the LPL for the most part since 2022. I would say since 2022 they are probably the third best, third best team in the world behind Genji and T1. In terms of consistently appearing at international events and finishing top four. And I mean, at Worlds, of course, they didn't get to quarters, right? That was an anomaly as far as I'm concerned. Not really par for the course with this team. Statistically, the team, based on team stats, are ranked second in the world behind Genji, which has them second going into this tournament. Average age of the roster, 23.6 years old. In my opinion, this team is entirely capable of beating Genji at this event. They're entirely capable of winning the event. Would I say it's likely and that they're the favorite? No. But would I be surprised? No. So I don't see them as a vast underdog or it would be an upset if BLG won. 3 of the 5 players in this role, I believe, at one point in their recent history, were the best player in their role, if not the best player in their role right now. Bin, Knight, and Viper have been atop the charts, not only statistically, but in the eyes of the community. And they're entirely capable of, on this patch, hitting it right, taking advantage of it, and dominating. Now, Shun and An, I have argued with people that believed at times they were the best players in their role in the world. I do not believe Shun has ever been top 2 to 3. Actually, I've always thought Canyon, Kanavi, Tarzan were top 3. Now Owner is obviously in that conversation as well and surpassed Tarzan in my opinion, and you could argue even is the best in the world depending on how we want to talk about it. But regardless, Shun, I've never had number 1, but many people have, and An as well, and I've never put An above Keria. I put An above Keria. I've put An. I might have chose An above Keria, but that was. I might have. Dark times. Keria had a really rough split. I want to say a couple years ago, but Keria's cracked. So for the most part, An I've had second, if not all the time, not first. But there have been people that did believe that. So Bin at 22 years old, it's crazy to think he's 22 because he's been playing forever. He played before we could find out, before, they had the age requirements in the LPL. 3.8 KDA, 47 KP. This team's unique. A very unique team. Less than half of their kills involve the top laner. We have teams that have 60% kill participation. 3 out of every 5, the majority. This team's very different. 9.3 CS per minute. He is on an island and farming. But when he is present, 1.53 ROI, he is dealing a very good amount of damage. Because that's a high CS per minute, which means a high base of gold per minute, and he's dealing a good ROI. 2.5 share differential, 315 vision efficiency, up 434 gold at 15 minutes, 1 new champion every 3 games. I have him ranked second in the role. Gnar, Renekton, Sion, 45% of his champion usage. He has not played Gwen this season. He can play Gwen, of course, but he's the only one that hasn't played it yet this year that's at the event. Internationally, he's 98 wins, 60 losses. Obviously an MSI champion, 2.4 KDA, 53 KP, 8.2 CS per minute, 125 ROI. His laning number is not as great as you'd think, only 65 gold ahead. 51 solo kills that we can track. Of course, there are events where solo kills were not tracked, but 51 in the ones that were. Shun rejoins the team at 24 years old after a little bit of time away when they went with the Wei, Bechuan, Shadow conglomerate last season. Shun returns and the team is back. I guess back is even, they were at Worlds last year. I said it last year, I'll say it again. The jungler really is not what makes this team go. It is the solo laners that do it. So insert decent to good to very good jungler here, and they're still going to go to international events and have an opportunity to win, in my opinion, because the solo laners and the AD carry, whether it was Alka or Viper, were good enough the last 3 years. 4-3 KDA, 68 KP, 7-2 CS per minute. You'll notice jungle mid support, very close in kill participation. They are definitely fighting around each other towards the bot side, letting Bin stay away. 7-2 CS per minute, 119 ROI, negative 2.9 share differential. 548 vision efficiency, very effective with vision. Laning wise, he's pretty much even at 15 minutes. 2 new champions every 5 games, ranked third in the role statistically. Xinjiao, Pantheon, Kiana, 48% of his champion usage. Only jungler at this event to play Kindred or Poppy in 2026. 49 and 34 internationally. 2.7 KDA, 71 KP, 5.8 CS per minute. Not always a heavy damage-oriented jungler. I view him that way because statistically coming up with IG, that was the type of jungler he was. You think of the Kindred, you think of the Nidalee. But as he's progressed and played more and more, you think of champions like Poppy, even I believe J4, champions like that. Like he can kind of do. He's become well-rounded as he's grown into his role in Tier 1. 91 gold on average ahead of 15 minutes. Solo kills only 1. Knight, 25 years old. Statistically, he's ahead of Chovy right now. He is first. Dominant player. I think Knight and Chovy are 1A, 1B in their role. Obviously, MSI champion. 5.9 KDA, 68 KP, 9.3 CS per minute. 176 ROI, 5.5 share differential. He is the most efficient player on this team, and he may actually be the carry of this team, which is surprising because you have a player like Viper on it. But Knight is doing a lot of the heavy lifting. This team is one of a few in the world that has a true four-way threat that can carry. Bin can fucking carry. Shun can carry. Knight can carry. Viper can carry. And by carry, I don't mean carry in the low resource playmaker sort of way. I mean give them the ball and they can go and score. And that is huge. Now, that if you, as Danny, if he takes advantage of that at a high level and can keep it semi-random, make it hard to figure out who is getting the ball in each and every game, they have an opportunity to really do some serious damage. In my opinion, hell, they already do serious damage as is. 443 gold ahead of 15 minutes. On average, this team's up 218, 661, 669, about 1,000, 1,100 gold at 15 minutes. In the LPL is pretty fucking good. New champion every 3 games. Rise, Azir, Syndra. 43% of his champion usage. He played LeBlanc. Nobody else has this year. 72 and 48 internationally. 3.5 KDA, 71 KP, 8.6 CS per minute. 71 KP is interesting because we think of Knight and Chovy as 2 players that kind of go on a fucking island. Not in the case. Not the case with Knight over those 120 games. 155 ROI, 300 gold ahead at 15 minutes. That's significant. He gets ahead internationally. That cements why he is 1A, 1B in the world in his role. If over a 120 game, and now roughly, of course, because there are some tournaments where we didn't get gold diffy stats, anything in China historically is a tough get for gold difference of solo kills. But for the games we do have, probably 100 of those 120, 300 gold on average ahead of 15 minutes is significant, in my opinion. 30 solo kills. Viper, 25 years old, in a unique position. So Viper has always been the guy for me in terms of what team he's on. Whether it's EDG, HLE, it didn't make a difference. He was the carry. Now, on this team, for the first time since being on Griffin, in my opinion, which is a long time ago, he is on a team that he does not have to be the carry. You could argue, with Scout he wasn't. No. Viper was still, in my opinion, the carry over a large sample. I'm not talking just one tournament. Like Worlds, of course, 2021, I would say that Flandre is who did a lot of the heavy lifting. But over the entirety of the season, I would say Viper is the carry of EDG. I don't see that he has to be with this team, and it's the first time it's like that since being with Griffin and Chovy and Tarzan on that squad. 64 KP, 61 KDA, so good KDA. Higher KP than Ben. 10.1 CS per minute, only 147 ROI. He's not dealing a lot of damage. 1 share differential, not very efficient. Vision efficiency, 259. New champion every 3 games. Ranks 4th in the role. Statistically. This tournament does have 4 pretty strong 80 carries from the LCK and LPL. Varus, Yunara, Ezreal, 43% of his champion usage. Nothing overly special there. 51 and 30 over his career internationally. World champion. 4-3 KDA, 72 KP, 95 CS per minute, 147 ROI, 5 solo kills, 77 gold difference. On, 22 years old, a bit of an inter sometimes, but On is one of the few players that can match Karia's aggressive champion pool. Well, get close to it. He is not Karia. Karia is a very unique player, but On is one of the few that can really attempt it and look decent at it. Now he does it into bit, but he's worked a lot of that out of his game. 3.9 KDA, 69 KP, 78 ROI, so more traditional support this split. 78 ROI, not that 1 that we see from some of those very aggressive supports, 0.9s, etc. Vision efficiency kind of sucked, only 2.02. You'd like that to be better, especially with some players at this event with 2.3. Laning wise, ahead, like I've said before, 2 new champions every 5 games. Statistically ranks 3rd. Alistar, Bard, Nico, 48% of his champion usage. Some unique shit here. Anivia, Blitzcrank, Shen. No one else at this event's played them at support. Internationally, 67 wins, 49 losses. 1.8 KDA, 71 KP, 0.8 ROI. 5 solo kills. So it's the same amount of solo kills as Viper. Now, solo kills for a support, what does it mean? Not much. But when it's the same as the 80 carry, it's kind of interesting. Danny is the head coach internationally as a head coach. He's 9-6 in best of 1s, 2-0 in best of 3s, 3-4 in best of 5s. So, this team entirely capable of winning this event. Would I be surprised? No. A lot of people probably would be. I would not be. This team has players capable of winning this event. So, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, like it, subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and hope to see you again tomorrow.